So, wonderful, lovely afternoon, everyone. Hope all of you doing fine. And in continuation with our discussion, let's check out another very important topic based on interaction with a lot of candidates. It has been noted that a lot of questions has been coming from these areas. So, do give full focus to these things. Let's quickly check them out. First one is, what are the various minimum average maturity period for the various cases you might get? For example, in case if it's EC is raised for on lending by NBFC for working capital or working capital purposes, the minimum average maturity period is 10 years. And in case of ECB is raised for repayment of rupee loans availed for domestically for capital purpose, so that is 7 years. Be very careful. So our general corporate purpose it's 10 years, but for capital expenditure it's 7 years, and for ECB for repayment of rupee loans for purposes other than capital expenditure is 10 years. So most of the cases it's 10 years except this one, the capex point, there is 7 years. And ECB raised from foreign equity holder for working capital purposes for 5 years, and ECB by manufacturing companies up to $50 million is 1 year. So very important. Do keep these things in mind, and let's quickly check. So that is what is the all-in cost ceiling. So there are two categories. One is foreign currency denominated ECB, another is rupee denominated ECB. So in case of foreign currency denominated ECB, it is benchmark rate plus 5%, and in case of rupee denominated, the all-in cost ceiling rate is benchmark plus 4.5%. So moving on to the next. So what are the guarantee limits if the service importer is other than PSU, Indian government or state undertaking? It is up to $5 lakhs. If it's PSU or government undertaking, the performance guarantee limit in case of PSU or government undertaking is up to $1 lakh only. Don't get confused. What usually happens in examples, candidates get confused whether it is dollar or whether it is rupee. So it is both the cases, it is $5 lakh, 1 lakh respectively. And in case of approvals, so prize money more than $1 lakh, Ministry of HRD. In case of advertisement, print media other than promotion tourism, if it's exceeds $10,000, then approval is required. So you might, for example, the value will be given $7,000, and whose approval is required. So in a flow, each of the moment you might choose the option containing approval is required, but approval is required only if it exceeds this above threshold limits, that is $1 lakh and $10,000 respectively. And one more point, there is a provision on contribution to chairs $50 lakhs or 1%. So I missed to include in that. Do check that out. Very important provision. If you want, I'll be adding that in the next video that I'll be uploading. So just want to add that. So next one is, this is very important. So while considering the extension beyond 1 year, that is from the rate of shipment for meeting the export commitments, the total outstanding of importer should not exceed $1 million or 10% of the average import remittances during the preceding 2 financial years, whichever is lower. So this time limits, this is very important. I repeat the limit, it's $1 million or 10% of average import remittances during 2 preceding, not 3, not 1, during 2 preceding financial years, whichever is lower. So main thing why I'm sharing these things is these are the areas where you tend to make mistakes. So if you listen carefully now, there is no way you'll be losing any marks. And next one, compounding of contravention under section 3 within 180 days of receipt of application by Directorate of Enforcement or RBI, and appeal can be made to special director within 45 days of receipt of order. So next one is, overseas investment is not required to be reported if person resident in India is holding less than 10% of equity capital without controlling foreign entity, and there is no other financial commitments. Hope all of you follow this now. Hope all of you make use of all these things that is being shared. So within 5 minutes we were able to cover a lot of important and the most important things, tricky things in FEMA. So do make use of it. Best wishes, keep going and have a fantastic time again. A lot of exciting things coming up. In case if you require anything, do mention in the comments. So best wishes and keep going.